Hey, I'm Lars from Metallica, and you are watching Rage. Stay tuned. There's more to come. Well, when you asked me to come on this show, I figured at least I should throw something nostalgic in there for me. Deep Purple was the first band that I ever really got into on a real sort of hero worshipping way. I went and saw Deep Purple when I was about this big in 1973 in Copenhagen, Denmark, and for the rest of the 70s, basically Deep Purple was the huge thing for me. They went since then and did a reunion and did all this crap a few years ago that I really think failed miserably and unfortunately made me think less of them in their original, period. It's kind of difficult to think of Highway Star now or Made in Japan without thinking about the House of the Pink Light or whatever it was called a few years ago. So unfortunately that took a little bit away from it. But there's a classic Deep Purple clip, which is the one I'm about to show you, and it's not them like miming to a specific song. It's basically a compilation of the best kind of live footage that there was around from the Mark II lineup. Most of this footage is from like 72, 73, and basically they compile all this and put the music of the song Never Before over it, and which is from Machine Head. So here's Deep Purple from about 42 years ago with Never Before. Oh my god, The Doors. The Doors are like a classic case of me sort of waking up to something like really like 10 years after everybody else did. I've really never were into the Doors much whatsoever. But a few months ago when we were recording in LA, this movie came out and I went and saw it. And I ended up seeing it about like 3 times the first 2 days that it came out because it was just incredible. And I just got really turned on to them. And sometimes I wish that I would pick up on things a little quicker, but the Doors. So I went a couple of weeks ago when we were in Paris. I went and saw Big Jim's grave. They're like, you're supposed to do obligatory, tourist night when you're in Paris, and that was a really strange carnival. There was like about 40 people sitting there smoking dope, and just it was very, very bizarre, very bizarre. But it didn't really take anything away from the kind of awakening I've had to the Doors for the last 6 months. I've just been really getting into their music and stuff like that. This track, I think, is probably the most energetic moment and probably their most up moment. And this song, just, you gotta remember this came out in like 1967, I believe. And if this was now, this would be like considered, speed metal or something. This is just a real up song, and this is called Break On Through, and it's Big Jim and the Doors. The Chili Peppers, huh? They're one of my favorite bands at the moment. The new CD is out. I listen to it like every day when I can get away from doing interviews. And they've been one of my favorite bands for about the last 3 or 4 years. I was actually the last one in Metallica that got turned on to the Chili Peppers. The other guys in the band were listening to them way back in like 84, 85. I'm going, what's this horrible noise? But about 4 years ago, I got turned on to them, and I think they're incredible. I really like all their different records. I think what's cool about them is that all their records are different from each other. All have like their own kind of thing going and so on. And I think that a lot of people might not know the Chili Peppers as well as bands like Faith No More or some of these other, wannabe funk bands, but the Chili's really were the kings of that and really were the first bands that kind of go in that direction by, guys with white skin on, So this is the first video from the new album. This is called Give It Away Now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. This is the Chili Peppers. Ice-T. About 2 or 3 years ago, I don't know, I never really caught on to this whole rap thing very much. There was just something about it that I really just couldn't get into. But a few years ago, we were out with a cult. They were supporting us in America, and Matt's drum roadie lent me one night, he lent me the Ice-T CD, the second one, and the first NWA CD. And I sort of took this back to my hotel room, and I sort of put it on, and I was just blown away by both NWA and Ice-T. Ice-T was always the more kind of social, kind of the more maybe responsible, but still had some real attitude. The NWA guys, I don't need to tell you about them. They're just completely out of control, street, whatever, saying a lot of things I can't say on TV here. But I think the difference is, since I am on a video show here, that the reason I picked Ice-T over NWA, I actually prefer NWA's albums, but I think Ice-T makes a lot better videos, and the couple of videos that NWA have made, I think, are pretty crappy. So this is my favorite Ice-T video. This is High Rollers, and I think this has got this movie Scarface that came out with Big Al Pacino a few years ago. There's definitely some kind of influence there. See if you can find it, Ice-T.
Traditionally, Metallica has not been big, really, on making video clips to go with songs. Why has that been?
I keep asking myself that now. I don't know, for 8 years, the first 8 years of this band, it never felt like it was the right thing to do. Like I said, I don't have the answers why we felt that, but I think we just we were going through this thing where subconsciously we didn't feel like we wanted to give in to the sort of big kind of product-oriented machine that the music business in America was in the mid-'80s. And here's the nice 8x10 photo, here's the album, here's the sellable image, here's the sellable video, all that kind of crap. I just really would try to shy away from that for quite some time. And then all of a sudden, a few years later, our manager walks in and says, here, we have this idea for this video that could be kind of different, could be pretty cool. And we did it, and lo and behold, it was a lot of fun dealing with that whole medium and seeing a video from the sort of from how the idea was conceived all the way through to seeing it on MTV and so on. So it actually was a lot of fun to deal with. So we made one for Enter Sandman last summer, which is the first single off the new album, and about 3 weeks ago we made another video for the second single of the new album, which is called The Unforgiven, and I just saw the first cut of that last week before I came down here, and hey, it's still cool, it's still fun, and I'll guarantee you there'll definitely be a few more videos. It's just something that I think we feel a lot more comfortable with now, and realize that we can have the same kind of control over this medium as we do when we make records, and why shouldn't we try this on our own terms?
Do you think by making a video that you have broadened your audience?
Yes, I do think we've broadened our audience, and I feel okay about that now. I finally feel that we do something that is fairly out there, and that a lot of people, I think, have a lot of misconceptions about, that don't know about Metallica. And I think that if they watch a Metallica video or hear a Metallica song or whatever, and that then gives them the incentive to go out and check out the music for themselves on our terms, which is what our albums are, then it's okay. And I had a problem with that for a few years, but maybe now that I'm growing older, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that much anymore. And I think, like I said, we make our albums on our own terms, and if people sort of give our albums a listen because they have been triggered by something that they saw in a video that they liked or heard on the radio, hey, it's okay.
Metallica's here. Hello, everything's fine. It's okay. We made it. Relax. We're still alive, and I don't know if you're even worried or even gave a. But we're here on Rage, ain't we?
Yes, we are.
Say it loud for the people.
Rage!
Hey, this was the first video we did.
1988.
Back when we were black and white and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Before we started getting color.
We only had black and white TVs back then. And we stood in a warehouse and banged our heads.
Put the amps up and
yeah,
jammed and stuff and rocked out together.
With clips from Johnny Got His Gun, highly disturbing video.
Movie deal, doodad.
Yeah.
It's the first time that
about stepping in the wrong place.
It was a really cool thing for us.
Losing limbs.
Doing that thing. We did it just one day. Went to LA for a little bit, and this guy, they set up the little, thing, and the camera went by and all that doodad. It was all new to us at that
thing
time.
At the bar.
Your little doodad, little train track doodad there that comes by and goes back and forth and all that, like we'd seen in the movies. Finally, we got to see all that stuff and see what a director does, and whole new thing. Cool, another cool learning experience that happened in like 20 hours. We've had a few of those, and and that it came out good. It represented us well at that time. That's where our heads were, and good strong song, very cool. A timeless type of thing too, I think. 1,
5, 4, 3, 2,
uno,
1, go.
Metallica. Hey,
Oh, dude. Oh, got stuff. Is that how it goes?
Something like that. No, that's one of their other tunes.
Yeah, that's another one.
I call them AIC, dude.
Ike.
Because when you write it on tapes and stuff, AIC.
AICU, dude.
I went to see these guys play their Unplugged thing when we were in New York finishing up the Metallica Load album. We all went together, 4 Metallica dudes, all sitting in a little row watching
Scary.
watching Jerry and the boys do some tunes over and again, and it was pretty cool. They hadn't played in front of people for about 3 years, really.
Right.
So they had all these candles around and hippie trippy big lava lamps and everything, and
yes, some certain unplugged show we won't mention.
And we were quite nervous for them, but they ended up doing really good. And so it's Alice in Chains with what?
What's them bones, man?
That's what it is.
Them bones.
Them
That has
bones.
nothing to do with smoking pot either.
Either at all or any other kind of anything vice of any kind.
What's up with
Okay.
that? Okay. Anyway.
Alice in Chains, them bones.
Ouch.
Right on.
Woo!
Diamoli.
And that was something really good.
Yeah, the heavy is a really heavy thing, man. Dude, totally cool. Mm-hmm.
All right.
You betcha. Woo!
You know it, baby. So we
this-
did a hot birthday party. Remember that?
December 14th,
Some,
1995. I definitely remember it. Anything
Some
else?
guy's like
50th birthday
getting
party.
near old, but no way is he old because he has a few preservatives in his body.
A couple.
It keeps him going. Is
He's
the
kinda like-
godfather of heavy metal.
He's, yeah.
Our father.
Who art in metal.
Our father.
Who wart in metal.
He's gonna get you now. Lemmy kicks butt.
That's true.
A lot. All the
Lemmy,
time.
Lemmy had a lot to do with all of us in Metallica, and individually and collectively, and all of Motorhead. Just the out and out speed and grind and
Attitude, man.
totally.
Attitude. Motorhead had a lot to do with us getting going, really. And the man invited us to we got invited to hang out at his 50th birthday party, and he doesn't look 50, does he? He look about.
And he's up.
Anyway, he's happening still, and we thought we might as well show up with a few of their songs and play a few of them. We jammed on like 6 of the tunes, and we dressed up as the man, put Lemmy wigs on.
We
and
were
all that.
actually the Lemmys.
Yeah.
It was we drew tattoos on our arm, Born to Lose and all that shit, and Lemmy wigs, shades, black shirts, the bullet belt, the whole deal. 4 Lemmys, the
Drinks.
Lemmys, the Lemmys.
Right.
Well, the Lemmys.
One of the songs we did was the face is better than the. Oh wait, what is
Snatch better than the faces. Better than
Chase
the
is better than the
reach.
catch. Yes.
Chase is better than the catch from the almighty Ace of Spades album
butt,
from like about
3-piece, way back.
1985.
Crushing, way ahead of their times.
And
The full Monty rock and roll. Lemmy and Motorhead.
dig it. So anyway, there's these boys from Brazil.
That's a movie.
Yeah, and it's also
Were
a
they in it?
band
Okay.
called Sepultura, and they have a new album called Roots, and really some cool experimentation, getting back to their true roots, doing some different things out in the jungle, recording with these tribes and stuff like that. Real cool things. This is the first.
They didn't smoke pot, did they?
They don't do that kind of thing either at all. And they didn't like drink those potions with those cats or get all painted up and freak out and have visions for a few nights in a row or anything like that. I never heard anything about that. Anyway, it's a song called Roots, Bloody Roots, and it is top notch, mate. Sepultura, check it out. Turn it up way loud. The screen will get really big.
All right then, who's this?
I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. Okay.
Right.
Jesus. So this is one of our heroes also that if it wasn't for this guy, just
If it wasn't for the frog leap, we wouldn't have no stage moves.
at all.
No,
We
everyone
would
would just stand there.
We would never have been able to properly develop all of our choreography
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. Like
Who's he?
Lemmy, in the same manner of Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead, Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath have played a big part in all of us as like teachers and that kind of thing. And the music that we go back to always. To
Right.
kind of our roots, you know, the people that we learn from. And here's one of the first ever, I think, kind of rock metal videos, and it still holds up. It's
Riff.
timeless and beautiful and so cool and pure.
Go ahead.
Geezer rules. Black Sabbath and Booey, 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 Doodly, Doodly, Doodly. Paranoid. Checking.
It's more popular.
Oh, they didn't. They weren't even tripping ever.
Never.
Ever.
Murder! Ah!
I gotta go now.
Murder ballads. I
So-
was all scared.
I know it's easy to get scared. When
Lovely, happy little tunes
When there's
about.
pure evil of two white, skinny, dark-haired people singing together about the most hugest
pen
mass
knives in the
murder in North American history. It's a beautiful thing.
That's the song about a pen knife to the neck, actually.
Cool.
I hate when that happens. But anyway, this is Twisted Nick.
I'll twist the neck.
Yeah, with what's the name of the tune? Henry?
Even more twister.
Oh my god.
PJ Harvey, Nick Cave doing, Henry
She-
Lee, baby.
Does she eat meat?
I don't think she's ever had a cheeseburger, ever.
Okay. She better eat some meat. She's looking a little thin. Anyway.
She still rocks, though. Check it out. This is Johnny Stash. I'm here to tell you. No. Okay. Oh, man. So lately, James really likes Willie Nelson. And
Ooh.
I've always really liked Johnny Cash. He's the man in black. And
Waylon.
Waylon, too?
Yeah, he's in the Highwaymen.
Well, there you go.
Jeez. And Christopherson. Christopherson.
William.
Right. Waylon the man and all his buddies hanging. And Nilly Wilson and all them cats. The Highwaymen.
Those guys. Oh wait, I had to also add that they have never seen
Never
any kind
done
of
anything.
abuse of any kind of byproducts or whatever kind of things. Anything. Never,
No.
ever. Okay, that's the kind of the theme of the show tonight. These are.
It's cool. There's like 4 guys rocking out together, and they're not young guys either, but they still rock out, which is amazing. And it's great.
Jesus.
They're the Highwaymen. Just play the dang thing, huh? And that was another great kick-ass video.
Yes.
Just
when
so
you're right,
you know.
when you're right, you're right. Okay. So just be right.
Okay.
Now we're gonna go to something completely different.
Gallagher, man. There's some
Actually,
of that stuff that you're in.
There's urine.
I like when you bang. Did you see me bang?
You're like, wait, you guys watch me play for a while.
That's on the side stage, man.
Did you see me?
Did you see me bang?
I was the one with the black Metallica shirt and go like this. You saw
I
me.
threw you the sign. All right. We're going to play a video we did. I don't know. It was like our second video or something. Was it? I don't know.
Yes, it was actually. When it comes to
Yeah.
number 2.
It's really cool. That kid falls and crushes his skull. I love that part.
And the snakes.
Yeah.
And fire. Cool.
Yeah, fire.
Trucks.
Anyway, yeah, trucks driving over the kid's head. I hate when that happens. Anyway,
A very friendly little.
yeah, the nightmare video of.
Some of the first kind of experimentation with video, the first one off of the Black Album, entering of the Sandman from
Enter Sandwich.
Metallica.
Hey, I'm Lars,
And I'm Robert.
and we're one half of a band known as Metallica, as we call ourselves. And we have the honor of picking the
Most amazing music videos ever.
We're basically like what? We're like entertaining you the whole weekend or something. I don't know. It's gonna go on forever.
Team Nonsense, right here.
And so I think if you can handle it, you should stay tuned. If you're scared and you can't handle it, then you should stay tuned anyway, because you might have a good time.
Absolutely.
And it's gonna be a good time, right?
I think so. I'm having fun.
Yeah. All good. Enjoy. What are we doing? We're doing the Mars Volta, man. Because over in Auckland a couple, 3-4 days ago, we went down and threw it down with the Mars Volta before the big day out. And they're incredible. So you need to share in that incredible music that these guys produce. Now I have to say that
I've never seen this video, and I'm actually have a hard time even remember what it's called. But I spent an hour and a half in the company of Mars Volta the other day in a club in Auckland, and they're fucking mind-boggling. What's the name of the video? Huh? Inertiatic ESP. Can you run it?
ASP.
Yeah, ESP.
Yeah.
Can you run a
Right here.
little
See?
translation
See?
thing under
Right there.
you know, what that actually means?
Can you say it again?
No.
Inertiatic ESP.
Yeah, all right. Close
There you
enough. Mars Volta, boys and girls, okay? Dig it. About 5 minutes ago, out in that hall that way, the Datsuns or the Datsuns or the Datsuns or whatever, however people pronounce them around here, were sound checking, and that inspired me to pick one of their videos because I like them. I like the Datsuns or the Datsuns. Good band, and you should like them too. You should like good bands, right?
Datsuns are great. My mom used to drive a Datsun, by the way. And my buddy used to have a
Now
dog.
she
that was Datsun.
drives a Nissan, right?
Now she drives a Toyota.
Okay.
Anyway.
Which song we picked? Motherfucker from Hell. That's the name of this song. And you're just about to watch the uncensored version. And if the version that comes on now is not the uncensored version, I'm gonna get all mad. So and then
too.
I'm gonna have to go beat somebody up. But this is the Datsun's Motherfucker from Hell. Motherfucker.
This video is called
Steam Cleaner.
Demon Steam Cleaner.
What band is it?
Actually, it's a Demon Cleaner from a great band from the desert in Cali called Caius.
A couple of them cats ended up in the old Queens of the Stone Age.
Exactly. Yeah.
But interesting fact about Caius, boys and girls, is that back in the day, which tour was it? 93? The 93 tour, when the old Metallica boys were touring Australia, Caius was opening for us. There's a little bit of nostalgia for you.
Yeah, there
right?
you go. Yeah.
So you are now armed with more information than when you started watching this program.
Exactly.
That's a good thing. So this is Caius, this is Steam Cleaner.
Demon Cleaner.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Hello.
What are we doing? We're introducing one of our own videos?
Absolutely. It's
That's
very
exciting.
exciting.
That's really
Isn't
exciting.
it? Wow, man.
All the great videos we've made throughout our
Overjoyed.
career. Have we made any good videos? I don't remember.
I don't know. We should just maybe introduce the most recent video.
Is it good?
I think it's pretty good.
It's pretty good?
Let's check
Okay,
it out.
then let's introduce it. You introduce
I don't
it.
even remember what it was about or anything.
I don't think anybody actually knows that.
Okay.
It was supposed to just be vague and
Okay.
abstract and mysterious.
So check this out. Unnamed Feeling is the title of the song, and you're about to watch this wonderful, vague creation of visual beauty. Check it out.
That's very good. I like that. Hey, I'm Lars,
And I'm Robert.
and we're one half of a band known as Metallica, as we call ourselves. And we have the honor of picking the
Most amazing music videos ever.
We're basically like what? We're like entertaining you the whole weekend or something. I don't know. It's going to go on forever.
Team Nonsense, right here.
And so I think if you can handle it, you should stay tuned. If you're scared and you can't handle it, then you should stay tuned anyway, because you might have a good time.
Absolutely.
And it's gonna be a good time, right?
I think so. I'm having fun.
Yeah. All good. Enjoy. We're back, and we are about to introduce the White Stripes for Helvede. It was a very tough choice to figure out to go with the video that has Kate Moss doing her thing around a stripper pole, or the following video, which doesn't feature Kate Moss, but it features Jack and Meg doing their thing, which is equally good.
On a stripper pole?
Not on a stripper pole, unfortunately.
Bummer.
But I'd like to see Jack White on a stripper
That's
pole
exactly
doing
what
his
I'm
thing.
saying.
But this is the hardest button to button, and this is it features a lot of moving drum kits and bits and bobs, and this is also one of my favorite songs on the record from one of my favorite bands. All good then. White Stripes, the hardest button to button, the non-Kate Moss version. All right then.
All right, then.
All right then.
Here we are.
Right? the red buttons on, and
That's it.
You want to talk about Bill Clinton?
Team Nonsense in the house.
Team Nonsense.
Team Nonsense in the house.
We're going to retitle this program now to Talk as Much Drivel and Nonsense as Possible.
Exactly.
Right now, they're tuning out in masses across Australia.
They are. Oh, well. Anyway, next video is
Bill Clinton.
by Bill Clinton. Well, actually, yeah, George Clinton.
Well, George Clinton.
And it's called Atomic Dog. Extremely funky and a lot of dogs in it. A lot of canines and stuff like that. Special creatures. I have 2 at home. I think he's got one little
Careful
one.
when you say canine and George Clinton in the same sentence, because canine sounds a little too close to, you know where I'm going with that?
Oh, I know where you're going with that.
Right. We'll leave
That would be Bill Clinton, by the way.
We'll leave that alone.
Okay. All right. So, the Dead Kennedys. We're going to check the Dead Kennedys out right now. This song is called Holiday in Cambodia. Cambodia is a very, very beautiful place, by the way.
And it's a place you should definitely go on holiday.
Absolutely. So therefore, you need to check this track out. And Dead Kennedys are a great band. Once again, Holiday in Cambodia. That's where Lars and I are going after this.
Right. That's not exactly what they had in mind when they wrote the song back in the day.
Right, that's true.
But
That's
thing,
true.
it's a very different dynamic at play these days
Yeah.
in that part of the world, so it's all good.
It's all good. And they're from the Bay Area. Check it out. All right. Hey, this next song kicks serious ass. This is 21st Century Digital Boy. Is that right? Boy?
That's-
Okay. I said it right.
Have you ever
Anyway,
heard,
Bad Religion
have
in
you
your
ever heard it?
face. I have heard it.
Okay.
I have heard it. I didn't know if the boy turned into a man yet.
Okay.
And I would assume he's still a boy, a child. Anyway, great guys and a great band. There's Bad Religion.
Hi, we're Rage Against Machine, and you're watching Metallica. No, wait. We're Metallica.
Metallica, and you're watching
Rage Against Machine. No, Rage.
You're watching Rage.
Rage. You're supposed to scream that. Scream it. Oh, come on, man. Step it up.
Rage.
That's all you
That's
get.
the best I can do.
Gotta
right
save the
now.
energy for the
Yeah,
show.
That's it.